And we're live.
Back for another week. Views from the Chair podcast. We got Flock joining us on this monthly visit.
What's
back
up,
to the fam.
Welcome back, Jake.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. How y'all all weekends go, man?
They're good.
Good.
Yeah. What about yours?
Mine was all right. Pretty boring, but boring in my world is good. So had a good weekend. Looked like you was in the fucking forest, though, Flock. I don't know if that was this weekend.
Yeah. Looked like you did some shit, Flock.
Yeah.
This
Had
weekend?
Outdoor escapades.
Yeah, it looked like you had a little, you was bouncing around.
Oh, what, you mean when we were traveling?
Okay, so you saved the pics and posted them later.
No,
what
makes sense.
This weekend? Okay, we're gonna do this.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Are we gonna do that thing? I didn't post any from the trip this weekend.
Oh, I didn't win anywhere this weekend.
And that I want y'all can get your jokes off about.
Nah. I look like a good time, man.
What were we gonna get our jokes off about?
I don't know. You're just excited. I could tell to go somewhere with something.
Nah, not at all, man. I'm just happy you're back, man. I know it's been a couple times we're supposed to be back, and you haven't been able to do it for whatever reason. So I'm just glad you're here. You know, real pumped up. I know it's been a busy summer for you. A lot of traveling.
It has.
A lot of versatility in your events, diversity in your areas.
Very diverse.
Plans and whatnot. So, glad you could make it.
Oh, I want you to get your bid off. Go for it. Hit it up.
What?
Get the bid off.
That's no bid, bro. It's no bid.
Okay.
It's no bid. I always thought diversity in your life was important. That's what I always thought.
What? And in what way?
Just in general, in life. People, community you're in.
Okay.
You live.
That's good advice.
That's just what I would take away from it. I think it makes you a better person. What about you, John?
Yeah, man. I just said my weekend was chill. Ready for flocking shit.
I was just joking.
Though, man.
I was just joking. I had a good weekend, man. I've been playing lights out golf lately, so that makes me pretty happy.
Oh wait,
so
did we hang out this weekend? Past weekend?
Did I what?
Did we hang out this past weekend?
Oh yeah, we hung out on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hung out on Friday. I had a game night with John and Bree. We played this card game. It was pretty fun. It was like a conversational piece game. That was dope. It was nice. What was it called? I think it was called like Not Strangers, some shit like that. We're Not Strangers.
Yeah.
That shit was nice. That was fun. And then I had another game night after that. Went and played some Taboo. I love Taboo. That's one of my favorite card games. Or little board games. I fucking love Taboo.
Gets intense, man.
I could play Taboo every night, 100%. Yeah. I could play that shit every night. It's only drawn when you get caught with a partner that's not like quick with the words, because some people have to think about shit first.
Yeah.
And years and years and years of freestyling has really like formed me into an elite Taboo player.
You hear that, Flock?
I'm just throwing shit out. Boom, 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 boom. I'm playing Taboo. I'm saying motherfucking ASAP Rocky, the lady that sings Umbrella. Motherfucker's not getting it.
Oh yeah, that's kind of crazy, actually.
That's easy.
I will say though, you're in Taboo, your mind is rambling because you're really trying to figure out what your person's saying.
Oh, you got to go for it. It's got to boom, 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 boom. Fucking Taboo. And the little buzzer going off and shit. It's intense. So, played some Taboo Friday. Hung out with John and Bree. Got a little banged up. Saturday, went to Marshall's. Got some more golf shirts. Marshall's is my favorite place in the world at this age. It's the best. Because, it's attached to the home goods, too. So you go in that bitch, you go get some motherfucking Greg Norman golf shirts, maybe Callaway golf shirt, some shorts, spend $45 on it. New hat. I got a whole golf outfit for fucking $50 the other weekend. Briefs and socks included. And then you just walk down, you get a new pot for your plants, dog. Same store, same chip. Elite. Go play golf Saturday, smoke some people in golf, fucking lit. And I had another game night Saturday. It wasn't as electric. It was a lot of game nights. I was gamed out by Saturday. I'll be honest. Just gamed out. Just gamed out. And then, oh, and I went to the Post Malone concert last night. That was interesting.
How'd that go?
It was fun, man. It was a good show. I think he's sober now, or like I guess hard, like off the hard drugs. So like it was very energetic.
The quote did come out, said he never did hard drugs in his life. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I don't know if he was alcoholic or he's fucking with the lean or whatnot, but he used to be like out of shape and like kind of like chubby, and like they would have him nodding off in the concert videos and whatnot, and that motherfucker looks like he was fucking clean. He didn't even look dirty, and it looked like he fucking was in shape. This motherfucker was running around, jumping and shit, whole time, not losing his breath. He performed, and it was the only on-time concert I've ever been to.
Did
I'm not trying to stereotype that, but like the motherfucker said his set started at 8:30, and it went to 11 or 10:45. It started at 8:30 and went to 10:45. So he did like 20 something songs, or 25 songs. That shit was nuts.
Is it like a reminder of how much he's done? Like, does he give you White Iverson and all that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he closed with Too Young, which was like his first song out.
Mm.
So that was one of the last songs he performed. He might have performed. He closed with Sunflower.
Okay.
Yeah, he closed. That was his encore song, Sunflower. He started with Better Now, and then he did 20 something songs in between. But it was good. It was one of the outdoor concerts, so I could smoke my vape all the time. I smoked some loud. It was fun, man. It was fun. It was, well, dude. It was, and it's crazy because like I wouldn't say I'm a diehard Post Malone song, because I didn't listen to his last album much.
Mm.
I really liked the first one and the second one now, but I knew every song he did.
Yeah, that ain't bad.
Now that was a white crowd though.
Yeah.
That was a motherfucking white crowd. There wasn't no diversity in my day that day.
Right.
I mean, it was a tad bit because my sister's half Mexican. That was about as diverse as I got at that concert.
Damn.
That shit was white.
Beer flowing.
Huh?
The beer was flowing.
Oh yeah, and you know what? I'll give Jersey their credit too. The drinks, they was overcharging, but they wasn't crazy overcharging. You know, like they had the big ass margarita cups for like 16. That should have lasted you half the show. I could pay that. 30 on drinks at a concert, I'll take that.
Yeah.
It's good times.
I was disappointed when you posted the last video that showed like who you were with, because at the first one it kind of like it was your hand kind of in the crowd, and I was like, man, that would have been great if it would have seemed like it was just you, just solo.
Oh, just soaking?
Just the post.
100%. Yeah. My sister was gonna cancel on me at first. I would have went by myself. I would have went. I wouldn't have gave a fuck for real.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I love a concert. And I would have did the little hand wave and shit. I'm not that shy anymore. I don't be giving a fuck how I look. So I'm all about absorbing the moment.
The hand wave is funny though. I don't know if I got a hand wave in me.
You got a hand wave?
Nah, I'll rap every lyric like I wrote the shit.
Yeah.
Hand wave.
Yeah, you need a hand wave. That motherfucker started singing that little Feeling Whitney song. And motherfucker crying, singing it and shit. Motherfucker just ooh, you know, doing that little shit. Yeah, bro. Drop a
You
cheer.
hit double hand wave?
Oh, no, I couldn't because I had a drink and a vape, so I couldn't hand wave at all. I couldn't do it at all because my hands was full. A vape wave, I blew my smoke in a certain direction, so that was nice. Also, it's funny when you like somebody and you're dealing with them and you go somewhere else. That's fun. You're just thinking about like how much more fun it would be if they came with and you weren't with your wild sister. So it was just an interesting realization for that as well.
I would like to hear more about that.
As you take your drink?
Is
that tall boy?
Drink.
Yeah, no, you're fine. I just didn't know if you're on some.
Hey.
What would you like me to elaborate on, Jake?
Just that last sentence of when you like.
You know, like when you started dating Emily and shit, right? And then you went to something you liked. Your thought process was like, I wish Emily was here to see how dope this was.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I meant by that. John, you got anything you want to fucking?
It's not a joke. I thought we were just
I'm just enjoying the last. fly, man. You know?
Yeah, motherfuckers came up to me over the weekend and said, "John, don't be letting you get away with shit, huh?" And John actually, sure enough, does not. Sure enough, does not.
I'm just here to. I'm just doing my job, man. You know,
Yeah.
giving people a show what they want to see, what they want to hear.
I hear you, buddy.
Hey, man, great
I
content.
hear you. Content is king. That's what they say. But yeah, what do you guys want to talk about? UFOs?
Oh man, what's going on with the UFOs, man? Did
I
that
mean, I've
news
been on.
drop today?
I think they had the public hearings on Capitol Hill today, and that's why it's been drawn. It's been scheduled for a while now. Yeah, I don't really know too much about it. It's nothing new, for real.
I mean, I feel like, well,
I
apparently,
guess it's the first time they're saying it under oath, so like I guess that's like the big new thing about it. Is like they're now saying it under oath, so they can't lie.
yeah,
I mean, they're not supposed to lie, and I think it's two retired airline or Navy pilots or somebody high up, and then I forget like a Secretary of Defense position or some shit like that was testifying today. And all three of them went on oath and said it's 100% a fact that after talking to over 40 commercial and military pilots, that the aircrafts they've seen would not have the capability of doing the flying the maneuvers that they do with our technology. So that was the first one, because they're saying they come down, they can stop in midair and then go in either direction, which is nuts.
I looked up that guy that was testifying, David Grush, and apparently he was in the U.S. Air Force, part of the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, and he was in charge of the unidentified anomalous phenomenon and trans-medium object analysis. So if they got these agencies set up to do stuff like that,
that's a specific agency.
Yeah, you're not just out there looking at sand and shit. You're looking at some real stuff for a minute to have a whole agency set up.
And the thing about the dude was he did a little press run with a indie news outlet maybe like 2 months ago.
Yeah, he already did that shit.
Pick up all the traction. But this, I felt like what I didn't hear when I looked at the clips from that a while ago was that they actually got bodies. So
yeah, that was the first time I heard that.
Percent part, and I'm like, oh, y'all actually like no. Like it's one thing when it's like, all right, yeah, we got some aircrafts, blah blah. This shit just here. But then when they go and ask, do y'all have bodies? And he's like, yeah. Have you seen them? Yeah. That's a little like, okay, this shit is 1,000% real now. Like, yeah.
I do just want to know, why is he testifying? Who's asking the questions, and what's the dude's agenda?
Well, I thought that guy was the whistleblower on all of it, and then they forced the government to release the files like probably last year, and then they just released I think they released 30,000 pages of documents all in one day. So it kind of flooded out because nobody's going through all that shit.
And even something else interesting I heard when he was talking today was that only 5% of the people actually, when they see these shits, if you're in the military, only 5% of the shit is actually reported because everybody's scared they'll get reprimanded for reporting on this alien activity. So, yeah, they not even when some people see the shit, they're not even saying nothing like, yeah, I already know down that path. I ain't fucking with it. Or maybe they'll look at me like I'm tripping. Yeah, it's just it's definitely a lot of questions I feel like about to be answered in the next year or two.
Are we more scared of aliens or AI?
I'm gonna go with AI. AI manipulates shit, man. You don't. It's AI getting to a point you don't know what's real and what's not. I mean,
some of those deep fakes are crazy real.
Huh?
Some of those deep fakes are crazy real.
Yeah, even like
yeah.
Remember when they had Trump running from the police and getting arrested? Like, people was posting that shit like it was real. It was just like, what the fuck is going on out here? And like you said, the deep fakes, the fact that your voice can be manipulated to say whatever, and then you can have an image to match it. I think that's way more scary than the alien. I think the aliens, until they start blowing shit up, that's when it's gonna get a little crazy. But at this point, I feel like AI is a bigger danger than aliens because they haven't fucked with us yet. And I'm sure to my knowledge, they haven't fucked with us. To his knowledge, he said he's seen some crazy shit happen to people, and he wasn't at liberty to talk about it right there. But yeah, for me, I would say AI. That shit is crazy.
Jake, what do you think?
If aliens end up looking exactly like how they've looked in all the movies, I'm not going to buy it. I'm going to think there's some deeper shit happening here. Because if that would
they always look different though.
There's like 3 or 4 kind of models. You know, you got like the Alien versus Predator type shit.
That motherfuckers, damn, they look like that shit, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's different. That's different.
And then you got the ones
that's way more scary
that are like this in the
eyes, yeah,
shaped in the skinny body.
My thing is, where are they referencing this shit from? Because the whole eyes with the skinny body, where did that come from?
I don't know, because they had one picture that came out. They had one picture that came out on the internet a couple months ago. They said it was a UFO crash, and the motherfucker was like 10 feet tall, but he had them big ass eyes and that head. Mm-hmm. I was like, damn, maybe they just see them shits for real.
Yeah.
See, that's what threw me off. The thing in Texas or whatever.
Mm-hmm. They have to shut the video off.
Yeah. That's why I don't know if I believe it, because
you don't know if you believe what? Because I don't think they would let that shit get out if an air spacecraft crashed in somebody's backyard. Nah, bleep that shit out, dog.
I'd just be curious, like, if aliens would come down and, like, they just think we're, like, Neanderthals and savages. And they're kind of like, we're not even going to fuck with them, yo. They're literally just killing each other. Like, we're not even going to mesh. We can't even put them on this shit.
I feel like they're doing more observing. Like, trying to figure us the fuck out for real. And
how long? But it sounds like them shit's been there for a grip.
What you mean?
It sounds like the first interactions happened years ago. Like they did it like it's not. It doesn't sound like it was some new shit. It sounds like that shit been around for like 30, 40 years at least.
Yeah, but it don't seem like. Well, I don't think they asked, or if they did, I didn't hear that part. But it don't seem like we got contact with them. So, and if I'm looking at it, I would think somebody or one of them would try to make contact, but it's looking like they're just like, all right, let's go see what these motherfuckers doing today. All right,
we would kill ourselves trying to fight the aliens before we actually killed the aliens. Them motherfuckers would come down to try and talk, and we would try to shoot a nuke straight up at them.
Yeah, if they can have a plane that goes here, then here, then here, then takes off, we're done.
It's over. We got shit for that.
I was talking to the politician, and he's like, "Yeah, we just need to know if they're a threat to us." And the dude that was testifying said, "Yeah, they are a threat," but the politician making it seem like, "All right, well, if they're a threat against the United States, we need to do something about it." And I'm like, "Yo, if these fuckers got aircrafts that can move at
zigzag,
you could stop anything they got going on. Why are we fucking with them? Why are we fucking with them?"
Maybe we could use Adam Silver as like a medium. Just he could like go as he already got that camouflage.
Okay.
I wonder. That's funny. That's
be the mediator and shit.
All these Adam Silver like walking through Texas in somebody's backyard.
You know, it's funny though. Like, I wonder if it's like motherfuckers on Mars and shit and the moon, and they think the same shit when we come down. Like, why are these dickheads even fucking with us, yo? Yeah, they don't just go back to the crib. What the fuck are they doing, yo? Like, shit is weird.
My thing is, do you think it'll bring people closer together or separate more?
Yeah, for sure. Fear brings people closer together. It happens every time.
You know, we was united as shit for like.
Yeah, every time there's a world threat, we group together for a little bit.
And it's a world threat. It ain't no.
Yeah, that would be a world threat. We would have to share all technology, and it would just be like, it's funny. It's like, I don't know though, bro, because I'm sure there would be just like a small group of super elite that would try to like go to Mars or some shit as well and just fast track that.
I don't understand what they would get out of something like that. At this point, you going to Mars, you can get shot down if you're really scared. They gonna find you. I'm pretty sure they've been to Mars as well. If they've been here, I mean, we do got from the outside looking in, a fascinating ass planet. We got water, we got humans, we got animals, we got all types of crazy shit, technology. So they probably looking at us, but it's at the other side they might be looking at us like these motherfuckers in their infant stages. They don't even know what the fuck is possible.
Or these motherfuckers using all their natural resources up quick as shit. They don't even
Boy,
know.
you sit on bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really good point because we've only been recording history for a few thousand years maximum. Really, just a couple hundred, right? 500 or so. So they could have been here mad times and like came and left. They could be already super familiar with our world. They've been here since like prehistoric age, and they already know what's up.
What if the aliens is kind of bad when they come here though?
Like bad? Like
yeah, like what if they just all look like baddies?
Could you like name a bad alien that you've seen from a movie? What's that movie with Chris Tucker?
Nah, you know the motherfucking the Garden of the Galaxy Johns.
Okay, green and shit.
And the other one, the one that was dating Chris Pratt, and she was an alien too. They were sisters. The green one and the sister, the good one and the bad one. Both of them can get hit. And the John with the little antenna, she could get hit too. The Asian one, the Asian alien.
If you're not in any romantic situation, are you procreating with an alien, given the chance?
Hey, I'm gonna survive, bro, by any means. Fuck, y'all gonna be dead. I'm just bringing diversity.
What if it's them procreating with you?
Oh,
they're gonna give me. Come on, bro. You always gotta say some gay shit. It's like, that's what happens when you. That's what happens when you hang out with all white people all the time, bro. Everything comes back to that.
White hate to me.
Fucking hate myself. No, but what's it called? I did read this article on some AI shit last week, and it was this mom. It just so happened that her husband was into cybersecurity, so he was a little hip. But she got a call with the daughter saying, "Mom, I'm kidnapped. You got to save me." And then the guys would come in on the voice and say, "Yo, we need the money. We got her." And then she would just be screaming and crying like, "Help, Mom, help. They got me." Blah, blah. And the husband didn't really go for it. He was like, "Let me call her real quick. FaceTime her. Yeah, we're fine. Everything's good." But they had 10 minutes of her AI generated crying, screaming. And then at the end of the article, it was saying up to, I think the numbers are up to one out of every 6 people has been contacted by an AI powered voice already.
Damn.
That shit's scary too. But you used to think a motherfucker, like, you used to think that shit be like, well, you could trust it if you hear their voice, you don't hear it in text. But it's going to get to the point soon where they could just FaceTime you too, and it'll be a fake face.
Yeah, I've heard about that, the fake face and the FaceTime.
Shit is crazy. So I'm more scared of the aliens just because, like, I don't know.
From a fake FaceTime.
I feel like to me at this moment, I don't know the alien intentions. So I already know how humans act when they get.
Well, we're all pussy, right? So like we perceive anything new as a threat anyway. So we're gonna anything it is, hostile or not, if we don't understand it, we're gonna think it's a threat. And how do we react when it's a threat? Is violence. So I mean, we're gonna be fucked on that one too.
With
aliens, AI is gonna go bad because we're just greedy as fuck, and we're gonna continuously progress because everybody wants to be the first one to tackle something. Like everybody's going to want to be the first person to create the perfect AI formula that's self-aware, and then they're going to try and contain it. And it's like, yeah, like we're greedy and we always think we're smarter than we are, and the smartest people are the least self-aware people.
I just feel like people there's already bad people in the world, so people going to already use the AI to their advantage, and it's just going to get to a level of crazy. But just like you said, if they develop some type of robot that got crazy AI technology in it, whatever, the perfect AI, whatever, I feel like we might need the aliens to help us take that motherfucker down.
I feel like that would be dope.
The solution to the shit.
That would be dope. I always like the theory that aliens aren't really aliens, they're time travelers. I fuck with that one too, because they just look different because they had to evolve from how like our climate changed, and they go back and just try to adjust little shit. That would be way cooler.
So you in on the whole different dimension shit, and people can travel to the future and back?
I don't know if it's dimensional or whatnot, but I definitely think like time travel is not like super like impossible, right? Like I'm sure somebody could figure it out. Even the dimension shit, like I'm sure, bro. I'll just be thinking like how all this shit if you would have said this like fucking 200 years ago, would be completely implausible. Like we're all talking face to face on a video from fucking, and there's 4,000 miles in between us, and we're publishing it out to a fucking website that hosts millions and millions of people and just can click on it and interact at the same time. Like if you told somebody that in the fucking 1908, they would be like, "Yeah, fuck out of here."
Yeah, if you
So
told
like
me in the 70s, they wouldn't have believed it.
that's what I'm saying. Like yeah, like so I just had how like smart we constantly continue to get. I'm nothing's out of the realm of possibility, really, is it?
I mean, they said they got the time machine, but to power it, they need the power of the sun. So that just kind of crazy and kind of sniffs it right there. But I mean, as we know, technology get better every year. So
Motherfuckers ain't got no time machine yet. I don't believe that shit. They ain't got no fucking time machine yet.
okay, maybe not.
Motherfuckers ain't got no motherfucking time
Maybe
machine.
not. They got it. They just need the power of the sun to power the shit. Obviously, can't do that right now.
Who said they have a time machine?
I would have to look. That's a quick Google. I don't know.
Tony Stark,
No.
Iron Man, Power of the Sun. I watched that movie too, Power of the Sun. What the fuck movie was that? Fuck out of here, Jake. All right, well, you guys want to talk about something else?
We can, man.
Or you want to keep talking about aliens and Iron Man?
About aliens for days, but
Damn, I'm
man.
fucking alien. I'm fucking alien.
Little bit of a tragedy happened in the basketball world on Monday.
What if aliens was like praying mantis and shit though?
That's what I'm saying. What if aliens like alligators and shit?
Yeah, they just after they kill you. They kill you after you fuck. Alligators do that shit too.
New kink. Could be a new kink. What happened in the basketball world, Bronny?
Yeah, Bronny James, LeBron James' son, collapsed on Monday due to cardiac arrest.
Heart stop?
Yeah, and I heard an interesting stat about that as well, that only 12% survival rate when you go into cardiac arrest outside of a medical facility. So,
Yeah, but that I don't know if that. Yeah, go ahead. My bad.
Yeah, I guess it happened on Monday, and they reported on it on Tuesday, and apparently he's out of the ICU and stable, which makes sense why they wouldn't say anything if he was in the ICU on Monday until Tuesday, and then he came to or whatever, and they like, all right, just tell the people.
My buddy works. He's the principal at a high school, and he was telling me it's been a big push, amongst all like high schools to have those little the shockers. Yeah. He said because a lot of kids pass out now. I don't know if like motherfuckers obviously gonna say it's COVID shots and shit, whatever. I don't know if it's because the kids overtrained now. I don't know if it's like it does seem like, or maybe we just get reported on more. I don't really know, but yeah, I'm glad he was at the fucking facility when that happened and not in the backyard with his boys.
Yeah, that would have been a fucked up situation because it wasn't like a heart attack; it was a cardiac arrest. You should stop. You go on.
Oh, is that the difference? I never knew the difference.
Yeah, heart attack. No, your heart don't stop on a heart attack. That shit. Cardiac arrest though is like flatline shit.
Oh, so they had to shock you back.
Yeah, like some DeMar Hamlin shit. Like you going.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So
that's why I need to. That's why I need to live with somebody. Cause like, what if that shit happens to me? Motherfuckers gonna puff my chest or some shit.
Yeah, that's some scary ass shit, man. That's some scary ass shit. But yeah, hopefully you make a full recovery. Back on the court, we see DeMar Hamlin back on the field, which is crazy.
Jake, what were you gonna say?
I was just thinking about the quote that I saw where they were trying to say it was COVID vaccine. It seemed like they were using like a super old LeBron quote, like from like 2021 or something. I don't get how they're making that connection. Is that just a reach? Like everybody trying to associate it to that?
What was the quote?
Just where he was like, "Oh, we faltered for a bit, and then we decided to go for it after doing some research, and decided it was safe for our family." But this is like two and a half years ago. Like,
yeah, I don't really give a fuck about the COVID vaccine for real. Like, I got that shit. It is what it is. I'm just not healthy enough to really care for real.
You not healthy enough to care? In turn, care about what?
Like what was really in that shit, or the long term. Like if the COVID shot killed me after I smoked yaks for fucking 12 years, Like,
shouldn't have smoked the yak for 12 years.
Yeah, like it's like that. If that's what got me,
what if it contributed? Like they said, people showing up with blood clots and shit.
blood clots.
Yeah.
Thought that was a slang term.
This fucking, I don't know what he's on today.
Nah,
Am I right?
what's it?
Rebel.
Nah, what's it called though? I did. No, I don't know what the theory is, John. You might be hip. I don't know.
I ain't
did
saying
ask my.
it's true. That's just what I've been saying.
I did ask my friends for topics, and one of them texted me and said, "Is it weird that all these young black men keep like collapsing with their heart stopping shit?" And I didn't know that there was an overwhelming amount of young black men with their heart stopping. I haven't been following that.
I haven't heard that either. But I mean, it's not like we haven't seen it. I think the thing is that there's the past two quote unquote big situations that happened when it happened is they have survived, and DeMar Hamlin and Bronny. But I mean, even like the Hank Gather situation,
Bias.
Glenn Bias with the drug situation, and even like when Russell Westbrook talked about his friend that he went in a cardiac arrest on the basketball court and didn't survive. So I think the thing is that people are actually surviving and also recovering and still being able to play, which is probably the scariest part because I got a little weak compared to their shit. I got a weak ass Achilles injury, and I'm like, I don't know about hooping. DeMar Hamlin fucking heart stopped on the field, and he back on the field the next season. Shit, crazy for us.
All his life.
John, did you ever figure out what caused you to need Dylan to come to your rescue at the baseball game?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, Flock.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Oh, did that not go out?
Maybe some water. I don't know.
That's not fucking crazy, right?
Was that not a pod combo? Am I misremembering that?
Nah, bro. We never talked about
my bad. I didn't.
Whatever you talking about. Nah, but what's
the twisted tea just getting into my head.
It's not fucking crazy. Nah, but what's it called? And Gilly the Kid's son died after we did our podcast last week. That was pretty sad. I'm so sick of like conspiracy theory shits.
What was that?
Because his son got killed. I want to say in North Philly, probably last Thursday night. Because we did the pod last Thursday night. And then I see all the tweets and shit going out like, oh, Gilly sacrificed his son for his podcast success. And that was stupid as fuck. Because, like, if people don't know, like, Gilly got caught with, like, fucking 100-something pounds of weed even when he was rapping. Like, I'm sure he's been fine with money. And why would he sacrifice his son for $50 million? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And then they did the funeral pretty quick. They did the funeral Monday, and I saw people comment like, oh, obviously the funeral's pre-planned. They knew this was coming, sacrifice. And it's like, well, Muslims don't believe in embalming the body, so they have to do it quick.
And
you
they
fucking assholes.
Within a certain amount of days.
3 days is the max.
Yeah.
Because they don't embalm the body. You fucking assholes. Like, it's just weird. Like, just weird shit. Like, these motherfuckers have lost so much empathy. Like, that's the other shit. Like, one of my mans, I told him that shit, and his first response was, well, was he gang affiliated or in a gang? And I'm like, that's just a weird reaction to me. Like, I don't like, that type shit is just weird to me. Like, because what are you trying to say? Like, he deserves it? Like, and then the follow-up was his dad gang affiliated? I'm like, bro, I don't fucking know. Like, I don't care. Like, if I send a text and say, motherfucking, can you imagine having to bury your son and your first question is, were they gang affiliated? Like, that, I don't know why that shit is, like, people lack empathy with certain shit. Like, if I text out somebody killed themselves, you're not like, well, were they sad? Were they depressed? Like, they had it coming. Like the fuck? Like, I just don't get that shit. Like,
I would wonder the intent behind the question because, like you said, does that justify what happened?
That's what I was trying to figure out. What you say? You saying that means he had it coming?
Because I don't okay because he was.
I don't know if he was or wasn't, and I don't know if his dad is. And if his dad was, does that mean that's his dad's fault that his son got killed? Like, I don't. It's like, and if the initial statement is, can you imagine like burying your son, and that shit respond. I'm just like, I don't. Motherfuckers don't really like. Oh, see, that's why I think it's important to have diversity in your life, yo.
Back to diversity.
That's why, because like motherfuckers that like don't experience certain shit or never experience shit, like don't necessarily like have that same empathy as like you would if you had that experience.
Mm.
You know, like I would never say like a motherfucker like somebody's son get killed. I'm like, oh well, did they have it coming? It's just that's not even my thought process. It's just like, damn, that's sad as fuck. Yeah, wish that could have went a different way. Yeah, but that is unfortunate. I feel bad for Gilly. I hope and it sounds like from Wallow and them says like he's really gonna ramp up his Stop the Violence campaign shit he's been doing in Philly for the last couple of years anyway. Because of it. So
Gilly shit hit a little different for me this time.
Just sad, bro.
The whole kids shit, since I'm entering that world, and I'm like, that is probably something you do not want to have to deal with at any point in life, whether it's a sickness, an accident, a murder, just some shit you just don't want to hear. Because I feel like we've heard or seen Gilly enough to picture his reaction to some shit like that, and it was probably complete shock. Like my life is going like this, and then you hit me with some shit that's like some devilish shit, like my son gone, and it's like, yeah, you feel like you got it all in one moment, and life happens, and it's just shitty as fuck. Like it's never a way to look at a child dying like any other situation. I don't think
that's sort of motherfucker. The religious motherfuckers be saying that the gods be testing you and shit. Because I mean that's a hell of a test. If you want some anti-violence, fucking like let's be positive city shit, and then motherfuckers give you the perfect opportunity and perfect reason to get extremely violent. Yeah. If you can avoid getting violent, sticking to your let's chill on the city shit, more power to you. But I imagine that would be a hell of a test, and I wouldn't judge a motherfucker that went on a war path if their kid got killed.
Yeah, I don't think there's no way you can in that instance, especially when you come from that environment and you ain't the furthest removed from it either to a certain extent. It's like I'm pretty sure you still talk to people that's in that world. It's just yeah. Even though we don't know Gilly, it's just a situation where you're like, damn, that's fucked up. That's some anytime you hear it, whether it's cancer, whether it's a car accident, like it's fucked up that parent got to deal with that shit.
Yeah, it's just I got nothing. Jake, you got anything you want to interject on?
The whole test thing is funny to me. It feels compassionless, like you were saying earlier. It reminds me of that commercial where the insurance commercial where the guy's like, "Oh, you got to be quicker than that." It's like, is God meant it? You're saying that God is like, "Are you going to react to this bait? Are you going to bite on it?" And then, when you do, it's like, "I gotcha." God's an "I gotcha" person. I don't know. That seems like bullshit.
Yeah. I think it's hard for me to be religious because of shit like that. Because it's like, well, if he's doing good already, why do we need to tempt him to do bad? Like, can't we just be happy with him doing good?
Yeah. I mean, I never heard anything in the Bible that actually supported that whole test thing.
No?
Nah.
I've always heard that shit. I don't know. I've never read the Bible.
That feels like just people trying to make sense of their life. And
I did.
Explains it.
I didn't realize in the Old Testament God was like heavier on punishing people and less forgiving. Like he would just like striking people with lightning. Like, yeah, you play with me, boom, dead.
Which is funny because you think I wonder if people back then had no other explanation for lightning. Like they didn't understand how that works. Yeah. It's like that's God fucking you up.
Yeah. Oh, you cheated on your wife and it just so happened to your barn got fucking straight. God.
So why does God do that still? I mean,
in that instance, do y'all believe in karma then, or just
I don't know what the fuck I believe in, buddy. I got no idea what I believe in anymore.
Like, I don't fucking know. This happen in return?
I mean, I don't know if it just like happens. I do think that we all play an active role in what happens to us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're being mean to folks, you're going to get a mean reaction eventually. Mm-hmm. Like, I think that's just like how life works. I don't know if there's like a mystical thing behind it.
Mm.
What are your thoughts on karma?
I'm back and forth because there are people that I see, or from my eyes, seem like they try to do good and nothing goes right in their life. And then you also got the people that just do wild shit and
They're
are
fine.
living the life they want to live in a happy place. So, I mean, it could go either way. I mean, they always say one of the quotes is to become a billionaire, you have to kind of shit on somebody on your way there. So, I mean, it's
Yeah.
karma is becoming a billionaire in certain instances. I don't know. So, I'm not really big on the karma thing, but I am big on the if you do good, good to come to you. But I feel like the bad shit or what we perceive as bad is going to happen anyway, just because it's life. So, I mean, regardless if I die at 81 or die tomorrow, I was going to die regardless. And somebody else was going to have to deal with that is kind of like a realistic point of view for me. It was going to be sad regardless if I die tomorrow or I die at 81. It's going to affect somebody's life that I'm close to.
Yeah, that's
So,
a fair point.
we good on the death conversation.
I can talk death for days.
Well, we can keep going. Jamie Foxx came out. We got a word from Jamie Foxx. Apparently, he was close to it. He spoke to the people again. The insensitive people on the internet tried to come for Jamie, talking about he don't look the same. This is a clone. This is not the real Jamie Foxx. It's just a more bullshit. Yeah, and I mean, it looked like Jamie Foxx. Well, he said he's ready to get back to work. He was joking on camera. Did he look a little different? Yeah, but a motherfucker that was close to dying was going to look a little different.
Just in the hospital.
If you ever seen a cancer survivor after they survived, them motherfuckers look different. So, yeah, if Jamie was really close to dying, I'm sure he's going to look a little different, man.
It was like when Gucci went to jail and they said he was cloned. It's like he was in jail for a long time.
Yeah.
On.
You guys don't know anybody that went to jail and came out in shape. It's pretty fucking normal.
Yeah.
That shit is regular.
It's a nice color.
Thanks, man.
Oh man. Okay, well, Kodak Black and Dill's ex-favorite rapper 6ix9ine did a feature.
My favorite rapper and my ex-favorite rapper.
Yeah. Conundrum right there, man.
If this was 2016, I'd be losing my fucking mind over this. Do you remember when 6ix9ine dropped that song with A Boogie and Fetty Wap? Those are like my 3 favorite guys at the time. Man, that was so fucking fun. Those were such good times, man. Such fond memories back in the day.
Was that 2016? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I think it was 2016.
Wow.
Damn,
Maybe 20.
how long?
Maybe it was 2017.
Damn, time flying if 6ix9ine been around that long.
6ix9ine's he's an example of what you were talking about earlier, John, where it's like you can do shit and then you somehow you make it back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make it back.
Did you from Florida or reside in Florida or did reside in Florida?
He's from Florida.
What'd you say? I missed the.
How you feel about the whole Kodak situation? You seen him from Lil Yak to Bigger Yak?
That boy ain't follow Kodak from fucking. Ask me how I feel, dog. I'm not fucking.
Well, he wasn't hit.
I was in the car on the way to Jake bachelor party with his mans Darren and Joe was going in. I put him on to the Kodak.
What?
Put him on to the Kodak.
The people from your state?
I ain't know about it. It came quick, bro. You know I was early as fuck. You know I was early as fuck to that shit, bro. Come on.
Damn,
Love Lil Kodak.
We'll roll with that.
I'm capping?
Huh?
I'm capping?
I mean, let's go with it. I don't remember the first time I had a Kodak. It's whatever.
I know. You should change your life. Fucking skirt.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Yeah. What was your instant reaction to it, dude?
Oh no, that shit is trash. Like I said, when Kodak first started popping, I was living in what's that shit called? Flock Temple Terrace. Temple Terrace, right by Tampa.
Yeah.
And that was the first. It was the first time. Yeah, 6ix9ine came out 5 years ago.
Damn.
Yep. It was the first time I had seen something similar to Meek in Philly. Like you would go to the basketball courts or just drive around with some yaks, and like every fucking person you would hear was just banging Kodak, bro. Like just, and they listen to music different too, 'cause they be having the outside speakers and shit. So you really can't hear what the fuck they're listening to.
Wait, outside speakers aren't like a thing everywhere else?
Fuck no.
Really?
No, dog. John, have you even seen an outside speaker before?
I've seen one, but it's not like I'm pulling up to the course and they got a big ass outside speaker. No.
Nah. Yeah, that shit is crazy.
Nostalgia. Like I just got goosebumps thinking of outside speakers.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. I hadn't seen one before until I went to Lakeland. And I was like, what the fuck are those? Like, that shit loud as fuck. Like, then I looked at it, I'm like, they got speakers facing out? That's weird.
You remember when we played basketball in St. Pete a couple of times?
Yep.
Outdoor courts?
Yep.
That was an interesting couple of runs.
Yeah, that was an interesting run. I forget what funny things happened there. It was definitely something funny. I can't remember what it was now.
Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah.
But yeah, I love Kodak, man. I love his music. I think he's real introspective on his. He seems a lot more smarter on his lyrics than he was. But yeah, it was sucker shit. This shit is weird. I don't know why he did that, and I don't know like why you take a verse like they say he got paid $1 million for it. He did about a 16. It was a shitty verse, whatnot. But like, I don't know why you do something that you feel the need to justify as soon as you do it. Because the whole verse is just telling you why it's okay that he did this verse.
Right.
Like, I'm never doing something that I feel like I have to stick up to as soon as I do it. That's just weird.
I definitely seen an instant reaction was why. I got more clarity, obviously, when he said he got paid $1 million to do it.
So he sold out.
Yeah.
Basically, I ain't really going. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I mean, somebody. It's kind of hard to tell somebody say no to $1 million. I'm not sure what Kodak stand on to the point of not doing it for money. Boosie had an interesting take on the whole shit about the money conversation. I'll leave that opinion to Boosie. But yeah, man, it was for me. It was more.
Boosie said if you would do a verse for $1 million, you would take a dick for 30.
He said a verse with a rap for $1 million.
Yeah, you do a verse with a rap for $1 million, you take a dick for 30. And I'm not saying Kodak could take a dick or whatnot, but I understand what he's saying is it's like you're going to compromise your morals for $1 million. Yeah, when does it stop?
Yeah.
Where does it stop at? And I like also guys, like I like Kodak, but like I don't think Kodak should be anybody's moral compass. That's fucking for sure.
Yeah, that's my thing. Why are we using these people as like expecting them to be super moral with entertainment?
No, and I think that's how Kodak justified it. Like, man, this ain't. He said it in the verse, the little snippet that I heard. I haven't heard the full track, but he said something to the effect of, "I'm not hitting a lick with him. I'm not selling a brick with him. I'm doing a song with him, and I'm getting paid $1 million to it." And it just seemed, I didn't hear the whole verse like I said, but it seemed like he was talking about why he did it.
Whole verse.
Man, giving a verse to him. Like, he wasn't rapping about whatever the song was about. He was talking about why I'm doing this verse.
Yeah, the whole song was about shooting and killing the ops.
Oh, shit.
And his verse was about snitches stealing bitches, and he's getting riches with the snitches because he's not selling bricks with them. He's just doing verses.
Do you think other rappers step away from him?
Yeah, I do. I think, or they just know Kodak's on the spectrum and they don't give a fuck.
On the spectrum?
I think more so like
Kodak autism? That's crazy.
In the industry, I feel like
so you know they'd be smart too. You know they'd be smart too, fuck.
What's Kodak's thing? What's Kodak's like?
It's fucking Glee. Like Glee.
Yeah,
That's why some of his raps be smart as shit, but in person he just is like a silly fuck.
He's
You know,
socially awkward, like he can't figure out how to talk to people. That's why he keeps getting arrested for like violating. This is not appropriate. That's crazy.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I get it now.
Damn.
No, I don't give a fuck though.
Up.
Next topic. You got something, Jake? You wanted to talk about, or?
Not. I don't have anything pop culture wise. I could think.
Now we don't need pop culture. I don't know if you heard the last one. We went pretty heavy on non-pop culture topics.
Oh, nice. What did you guys talk about?
Yeah.
Everything.
When it's too early to. When do you tell a girl you love them? When do you move in? When do you introduce them with your friends? Some proper relationship etiquette. You know, that kind of stuff.
Okay, I like all that. Now I've been doing some reading about how, we've only, like I said earlier, we've only recorded history for like a couple thousand years, which is like 5% of our civilization.
Mm.
And for most of our civilization, it seems like we were multiple, that everybody in the community was married. So most people lived in tribes of like 150, 200 people.
So you had to match up?
Yeah, there was no one-on-one relationships. Everybody was kind of married to everybody because there wasn't agriculture, right? This was like pre-agriculture, which has only existed for like 1,000 years or so. And so in order to share your hunter-gatherer food, you had to develop relationships with everybody to get them to want to give stuff to you, because we weren't talking, like we didn't have verbal language. And so this whole idea of like polygamy isn't all that new. Like this was the majority of our civilization. And they're like, oh, maybe this explains why people have such a hard time with lust and like staying committed and feeling sexually energized by their partner after a couple of years, because biologically we're not used to it. Like we've spent most of our time not being monogamous. Like,
how old was the you say that? How old was the pyramids? I thought that was like 10,000 years old.
I'm not sure how old the pyramids are. Yeah, that's a good question.
I know that the queens of Egypt, they was fucking everybody.
Yeah, back then they had many
sex slaves.
Mm.
Did you guys hear about that stuff with the pyramids, where it's like, in order to build the pyramids, they had to move
aliens?
Yeah, the pyramids are physically impossible to build.
Yeah,
yeah. I read a couple articles where it was like they have pulley systems and shit, but that shit would have had to take hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years to do.
Yeah.
And can you imagine people being committed to the same shit for hundreds of years?
It's not going to happen.
Doesn't make sense.
What do you guys think about this idea that we've spent most of our civilization being in polyamorous relationships?
Well, you're saying genetically we should all be slinging some dick.
Yeah, but we don't. The theory is that now we don't need to, because we have agriculture and we can farm for ourselves, right? Or we can go get for ourselves, and we don't need other people to get us money. And so now that's why like women have developed the need to latch on to one man, and then men, the same reason for women is like we're really concerned with paternity. That's like a huge importance now, because we're passing on our money. We're passing on our agriculture. I don't know, this whole like side piece I'm on right now, but it's kind of interesting how much we've changed just in the last like 500 years, and maybe explains why we have a hard time being faithful.
I'm interested in what you're saying. I just don't know what to rebut to that.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, like,
are you saying they had to stay as a tribe and everybody was married, so they were all fucking each other?
Yeah, but it wasn't for the act of sex. It was for relationship building.
So, like, because they were just... Oh, okay, because, like, some motherfuckers could hunt, and then some motherfuckers could farm, and then some motherfuckers knew how to make clothes. So, like, you had to, like, throw some puss at everybody a little bit, because they was doing favors.
Yeah, basically. And...
But I wouldn't even think, like, were they having sex for pleasure back then?
No, not really.
See, so that's what I don't understand. Okay, so it was like a
relationship. So you're important to me. Like you matter,
okay.
Right? I matter to you. You matter to me. So I'll pass on stuff. And this is pre-farming. And they're saying like farming is what changed the game because women with strength wise, they can't farm because they're strong enough. So women had to kind of attach to a male and basically provide a reason for why they would provide for them. And that was child rearing. And then that's when we became obsessed with paternity. Like before, like in these prehistory times, we didn't know that men are what made pregnancy happen. We had no idea that like my inseminating you is what caused a baby. We thought women just like came up with a child.
Oh shit, that's interesting.
That's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah.
Didn't they say God put a baby in our lady? Right.
There you go. Yeah, we didn't know. I never thought of it that way, but yeah, they probably had no idea.
And she was lying. She's like, I ain't fuck nobody.
That's what they was believing.
I ain't fuck shit. You imagine a girl getting that off now? I haven't. No. Not a shot. Yeah, I don't know, Jake. That's interesting.
Are you guys?
I don't know.
Would you guys be okay with that?
Okay, what? Fucking multiple people? I was just wondering if you got like, if your girl told you she wanted to have a threesome with a girl, would you do it?
I don't think I could.
It'll be awkward, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't believe it.
You wouldn't believe it that you
You think it was a trick?
It's all a trick.
I think it'd be a trick.
That's
I think when you do that, when you in a real relationship, I feel like that should get tricky.
So it's a trick and it gets tricky.
It's a trick and it gets tricky because, yeah, why wouldn't you? If you like the other person sexually better, why wouldn't you go back without the partner? And even if you do or don't, I feel like the partner would always be in the back of their mind, like, I know they ain't doing X, Y, Z with that person. I don't know,
man. I think if you have a girl that offers it up, she's got to be pretty confident.
We're just like assuming we're talking about FFM, right? Like female, male.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Natural path, right?
This motherfucker don't watch no porn, but he knows little slang terms and shit. The fuck? This motherfucker had little abbreviations and shit.
I ain't never catch that term in 2010.
Yeah, the fuck. Nah, I couldn't even imagine if a girl came up to me and was like, "What do you think about bringing another guy into our bed?" Like, what? Might just cut my meat off at that point, dog. Call it a day.
Why do you think that's a turnoff?
What, a girl saying she wants to get fucking
DP?
DP'd? Yeah, DP'd. I know that one. DP'd, trained.
Why is that a turnoff?
Why is what a turnoff, Jake?
Like,
why don't you want a guy fucking your girlfriend?
Yeah, like why though?
Because you see the person you love getting
railed
by somebody else.
A one-way ticket to Pound Town.
Yeah.
So their
Pleasureville, free exchange.
Mean anything? Like, what if they're really?
What'd you say?
He said their pleasure doesn't mean anything to us. If I can't please you, then let's break the fuck up.
Yeah.
All right, you gotta go find that pleasure somewhere else.
Easy conversation.
The fuck? We can't figure out some shit out here. You want another dick to penetrate you? Not a shot. It's not a shot in the world. Not even a shot. You can't even have a dildo bigger than my dick in my household. It's over. All right? We got like law of averages over here. Not a shot.
A smaller dildo, like you're comparing the sizes. That's super funny.
Yeah, like she walks in the crib and pulls it out, like shape an inch off.
You have to like the dildo at that point.
Don't you just say stupid? You fucking goofball.
Nah, did y'all ever see that Gideon Wallow video where they had the
Loser, dog.
Are you guys upset if somebody else makes your girl laugh?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep. Too much? Yep. Don't laugh at all. I'm joking. I'm joking. I don't give a fuck.
So why is that pleasure okay, but like sexual pleasure is not?
Come on, bro. You be asking stupid ass questions just for the fuck of it, and you don't be believing none of them. Because I remember. Come on,
I'm
bro.
not saying I'm any different. I'm just curious. Like, why do we have that? Why is that ingrained in us?
I think it's just the fact they enter into your woman, and you feel like she's your woman.
So it's possession.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah. I don't see what else it would be.
Isn't that curious to you guys how we got to the place of feeling possessive of other human beings?
If somebody took better care of your child while it was in their possession and they bragged about it to you, would you not feel away?
I would feel away. Yeah, and I'm really curious about that because it's almost as if I'm thinking of myself before the child.
Okay, if that person supposedly takes so much better care and they like, I actually want to live with them.
That boy a cut.
Damn.
Yeah, that's a hurt piece.
It would suck.
Yeah, that's a way less level to me than the damn sex, but it would probably hurt the same. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, that would definitely hurt. It might hurt more.
Yeah, I think if my kids said they wanted to live with somebody else when they was old enough to like actually understand what they were saying, I think that shit would hurt more than my lady saying she wanted to fuck somebody else.
Yeah, so that's about like we would feel
possession, though, right?
Possession?
Yeah.
Having some possession of meth.
Of meth?
Any of that shit happens.
I don't know. It's all just really interesting to me how we've gotten to this place of feeling that way because we were a very communal society where people would raise our kids.
Yeah.
Like, that wasn't too long ago, and now we're really like, don't even come in my shit. Like, don't even show up to my house unannounced.
Yeah.
That's a big shift.
Yeah.
I hate when people try to just pop up.
I love
What the fuck you popping up for? You like popping up?
I like a pop up.
I've eased back on the pop ups. I've eased back because it's also a sense of normalcy. Because I would say late '90s, early 2000s, pop ups was normal, and now we've gotten to a point where I know I got to a point probably like when I got my own spot for the first time. I was definitely on the I don't pop up on my shit, blah blah. But as I got older, I've been like, a pop up, all right, as long as you're not popping up and asking for shit. Like if you popping up in terms of like on some what's up, and it kind of depends on who's popping up as well.
No
like,
pop ups.
If you the pop up that just I ain't talked to you in 5 years and you popping up, that's a little awkward. But
No
if
pop ups.
I talk to on a daily, weekly basis, all right, you around? Yo, I'm in the area. I slide. Yeah, give me 15, pull up. All right, that's cool.
Look.
So it's like being prepared. I agree that I'd be super weirded by a 5-year or not seeing you 5 years and pop it up. I'm not saying I'm any different.
Mm-hmm.
But it is interesting that we wouldn't, like 100 years, 50 years ago, pre-social media, pre-telephone, cell phone.
Mm-hmm. That's the only way.
It's the only way.
We
hate it now.
Yeah. And I think that's probably why it's changed is because of technology.
I don't even like when motherfuckers text me and be like, I'm in the area.
I'm not mad at that.
I would love that.
Yeah.
I'm so bad at communicating now. It's unbelievable.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So sure.
I texted Dylan in like a year.
At least 3 months. God, if I don't reach out to Jake, I wouldn't even know him.
It's not personal, I promise.
Yeah, I know.
I'm struggling.
Yep.
Yeah.
Buddy, I've just got like 5 suicide talks in the fucking last like 2 months. I can't handle anymore. So keep it to yourself. I'm not your guy.
Goodness gracious.
Try and protect my peace.
Point of mine. Peaceful as fuck, right? Elite peaceful. Full circle.
Oh man. You guys want to wrap up? You want to talk? Cam Newton's your boy. You saw that video?
I did, man. I did. I just don't understand why people feel like they can talk to anybody however they want. We're talking about a Heisman Trophy winner, national champion, in my book Hall of Fame, won
MVP, first team All
MVP,
NFL.
made it to the Super Bowl. Yeah, and some regular kid, oh, Drew Brees owned you. You have no rings. I got as many rings as you. And then he responds with but we don't got the same bank account. Just a simple,
I love it.
like
I said, we don't have the same bank account, and he jerked himself off.
yeah, because that's what the kids do nowadays. But he's acting like a kid to a kid. And it's just like, shut the fuck up. Like, why do you feel like you could talk to me like that? And it's weird when, like he said in the video, they got defensive. Well, you're a grown man. Like, why are you talking like that? Nah, don't play the victim now. Don't do that. And it was another video that was that didn't get shown because he got a little YouTube and shit, and he had a vlog. And then there was another kid at the end of the video that was saying the same thing, like, Cam, you ain't got no rings. Cam, you ain't got no rings. So Cam turns around, then he's like, I ain't gonna do it. Then he was like, man, fuck it. Then he walks over to the kid. He said, and who are you? And the little kid says, I'm Chris. And then Cam says, who the fuck are you, Chris? And then just walks away. Like, you out here calling me to see me. You hyped to see me and hyped my attention, but yet you got something negative to say. If that's even negative, like, I made it to the league. I was a starting quarterback. I played in the Super Bowl. I won an MVP. What are we talking about here? Shit is weird that people just say anything to anybody nowadays. I think it's a younger,
I've been big on this my whole life, adult life, and is like, if you instigate it, you can't dictate what somebody's reaction is.
Mm-hmm.
So if you talk shit and he comes over and air jerks himself and nuts on your feet while he's saying you're a broke boy, that's what the fuck you asked for, yo. Like, that's what the fuck you asked for. Like, and also, like, I never got that weird hating shit of, like, I'm not going to somebody else's camp to chirp them.
No.
Go fuck some bitches. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's probably.
Or go play basketball, or like pick up football, or like go to the mall, like go watch a fucking movie or something.
You're literally watching me play the ball right now.
Yeah, like I'm going out of my way to go to a camp to yell at you 100 yards and say, "Oh, you never won a chip," in hopes of you looking at me and being like, "Oh, no, I didn't." Like, what do you want him to say? Yeah, I wish I would have.
Yeah.
And then you can be like, "Oh, just fucking with you, man. Like, big fan." Like,
yeah.
What's the end goal here?
And it's none. I think it's what has become the attention disease, and that's basically what it is. Oh, I got Cam to respond to me. Oh, that made my year. That made my life. Now you telling your kids, oh, I chirped at Cam one time. He responded. So your kids probably gonna look at you like, all right, what did you say? And then you pull up the video 20 years later, they're like, oh, you look like a nut, Dad. Like, you look weird as shit right there.
You look dumb as shit. You fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
Speaking of weird, what was it? Carly Russell, her attorney came out a couple days ago and said it was indeed a hoax and that she's got some mental issues. Do we treat this as a joke or do we treat it as she's crazy? A little bit of both.
Yeah, I don't think we treat it as either. I feel like we treat it as a serious situation. Like, why would you do that?
Why the fuck would you do that, yo?
Yeah, like, that's not a joke.
Why would you do that?
Not the mentally. I'm pretty sure all of us have mental issues to some capacity. So I don't think that's the cop out either. It's like, why would you even do that, though?
Why would you do that? I don't understand.
Going on out here where these resources could be pushed elsewhere, and we looking for your ass, and you playing. Your mental can't be that thrown off if you Googling shit about this.
That's what I'm saying. I always hate when it's premeditated and somebody gets caught, and it's like, oh, well, I'm kind of crazy. It's like,
yeah, that's the pleading murder shit.
Yeah, you're kind of fucking weird. I forgot to bring up to Jake. You want to interject on the Carly Russell shit before I go into one thing I wasn't going to talk about?
I missed it, so you can go ahead.
Carly Russell is the lady that said she got kidnapped, but she saw a baby naked on the side of the highway 100 yards out. She pulled over, and then she got kidnapped, and then she ran through the woods. The kidnappers kept her for a couple days, and then they gave her some money in her tube sock, and then she walked to her parents' house naked. Surprise, surprise, it was all fake. So she made it all up after she was Googling taken to how much does an Amber Alert cost, so and so, and now her attorney's saying that she's got some mental health issues. I would too if I got caught doing some dumb shit like that.
Yeah.
Insane.
Weird turn.
What'd you say?
Capitalism is taking a weird turn. It's like it's gone from honest work to now like get it however you can because we all value upward mobility more than our honesty.
Where the fuck did that come from?
Yeah.
Well, like she did that for money, right? Like
you gotta piece that back together, bro. You can't just say that shit. And just like
she's trying to get famous, right? Or whatever. She's trying to get clout or something. And
I don't know what the fuck she's trying to do. It sounded like initially it was so she could rob the register of her job. I just don't think she was gonna catch all this attention.
So money, attention, and like that's where we are now, where your authenticity doesn't matter.
Fair enough. YNW Melly got caught with a mistrial over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Legend? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Supposedly it was 9 not guilty, 3 guilty in the jury.
Yeah.
That shit is always interesting to me with the jury shit because being able to convince 12 people, because you have to get all 12 to agree, to convince 12 people that without a reasonable doubt, which means you have no doubt in your mind that this person did this shit, it's always weird to me that shit don't happen more often.
Yeah, the one takeaway, because I did see the DA said today that they are going to retry him when they get a new jury, which is expected. But if you motherfuckers don't have enough evidence to convict on the first time, there is no reason that it should take 4 years to go to trial and you have to sit in jail the whole time.
Yeah, no.
It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
There's no reason you should have to sit in jail with the assumption that you did something just for them to miss trial after 4 years when you're in the peak of your career. And I'm not going to get too adamant or animated about it because I think he did the shit. But it's fucking horse shit.
Yeah. And what happened to the whole you can't be tried for the same shit twice? But I guess that don't count when it's a mistrial.
I think mistrials are different.
Yeah, it's not guilty.
Because I'm wondering, okay, do you have to come with the same exact shit, or can you go get more shit? Because if you're going to get more shit, it's like you cheating now. Like, bro, you didn't get me the first time. Now you finding more shit. You get more witnesses. You asking different questions. You learn.
Well, I guess
you needed to learn what not to do the first go around. Now you get to run it back. That's kind of fucked up.
I guess my counter to that would be, well, if they did find more shit and he did it, wouldn't we want him in jail anyway?
Of course, but the whole point of the justice system is you take your time to get everything you need. Like you say, he sat in jail for 4 years. You got 4 years of information. I don't know do you want to waste this one now, or do you want to wait an extra more 5 years, let him do whatever he about to do outside? Okay, now we got hard evidence. Now we got real witnesses. Now we can actually convict instead of just running it back instantly. That shit is weird to me.
I think the justice system in its purest form is supposed to be fucking prosecute who's guilty and punish them.
Yeah.
And if that takes a mistrial and then to find more info, if he killed his 2 fucking friends and made a video about it with his alter ego personality, then throw that motherfucker in jail.
But it's also innocent until proven guilty. So
yeah, and if he's innocent, then hopefully he'll beat the next round.
I mean, but we've seen both sides. You be innocent and get locked up for it. You could be guilty and get off. I don't think it's a concrete way of.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm definitely he could be innocent and get booked. But I'm saying if they do find more concrete evidence that shows he's guilty, then fuck him.
Of course,
they should be able to bring it.
I think what I'm saying though is, I don't know how the court system works in terms of mistrials. Do they have to go right back to trial, or could they wait
I think they can sit on it for a little bit, Paul.
That's what I'm saying. Why not do that instead of take it right back to trial? Like, if we didn't get him, we couldn't convince these 12 motherfuckers that he guilty. Why not wait until we know we got a strong enough case? Because y'all obviously didn't this time. And if y'all about to run it back with the same information y'all got, same witnesses that didn't want to be there, why are we wasting our time?
I kind of think they should have to throw it away if they get a mistrial.
Yeah, but like you said, you don't want murderers just running around and shit. But I get that as well. Like, y'all didn't get me, so y'all couldn't prove it. Them 12 people, I mean, you kind of figured 12 people, you couldn't convince them. Maybe I ain't do the shit. I don't know. It's an interesting system. It works sometimes, it fails sometimes. This is what we got, though. I guess we got to work with it.
Yep.
Could you guys be a defense attorney?
Defense attorney?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think so?
I feel like I could.
Really?
I don't know, bro. Honestly, because you're like, you gotta think like it's easy to say that shit because like we think defense attorneys, we're thinking like the movies and shit, like you're like defending kingpins and shit. But like it's also rapists, pedophiles, like really wild shit that these motherfuckers have to like try their best to get them off shit.
Yeah, I feel like being an attorney take a lot of studying. Like you got to know a lot of cases front and back, every motion, every verbiage.
Like if you had a specialty, you could get a specialty.
But I feel
like
like if I put my mind to it, I could do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I would do I would have a specialty in drug trafficking because I don't really give a fuck about that.
Okay.
You don't care about that?
No.
And I think that's the good part. You could decide I'm not taking that case. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
So it ain't
specialize in drugs.
Everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys represent somebody that you feel like did something wrong.
Okay, God forbid your child is in a bad situation. You telling on him?
No.
Exactly.
What does he do to? What if my child's a serial rapist?
Oh, get him the fuck out of here.
I might tell.
Yeah, you wildin', bro.
I might tell.
That's some shit we can't fuck with.
We might have to beat his ass first and then drop him off.
Yeah, that's some shit we can't fuck with.
Pedophile? I might tell. You kill a lady? I might tell.
Have you guys
seen you kill a guy? That's my line.
Have you guys seen how they're trying to change pedophile to minor attracted person?
So,
I saw the motherfucking the Prime Minister of Canada. That's motherfucker said he said we're not America. I will always protect the 2LG2QP7 fucking 11 plus. John was like 12 letters, bro. I didn't know what the fuck none of that shit meant. And I'm pretty progressive. I was like, what the fuck is that shit? And I look it up. And in Canada, they have some shit called two-spirited people.
What's that?
Mm-hmm. So they got two spirits and motherfuckers are one. And one time the spirit could be a girl, spirit could be a guy, depending on the time. So they call it two-spirited. That's why it's 2LGBTQ I think plus.
What that mean though? If you
two-spirited. I mean, I'm telling you, like, I looked it up and it said it was from the natives. Like, I guess it was when the natives was on some gay shit back in the day. And they would just say, like, they had two spirits in them. Like, sometimes be a girl, sometimes be a guy. And they get that shit all crafty work on their part. Like, motherfucker got caught doing some gay shit. He's like, oh, it's a different spirit. His wife was like, oh, all right.
That's just smart, huh?
Yeah, but
you could use that in a lot of situations. That was my other spirit. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. You mean you're schizophrenic? Okay, got it.
Did you guys watch that show on Apple TV with the dude that played Spider-Man recently?
No, I didn't watch it yet because I heard it was bad reviews.
I didn't watch it. You checked it out, Flop?
It was pretty good because I had an early idea about what it was about, and I'm interested in that. So it was. I'm only halfway through. It was good.
Okay. You started that show, dude?
Nah, I was going to today, but I saw it already had 3 seasons.
Yeah.
What's up?
I'm still trying to get through the
It's about the podcast. I keep forgetting the fucking name.
story. It was like a story to tell or some shit like that.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to get into the Bear. I haven't watched that shit. I've been picking at it a couple episodes. I still can't get through
You
it.
don't like that more. That's right up your alley.
Yeah, I love that actor too from Shameless. So it's like I don't know. I'm trying.
I do think about that show where like you get reprimanded if you don't like it, and it's not that type of show. It's not like so good that you can't not like it.
Mm-hmm. You guys want to do random thoughts?
Yeah, we could get into it.
Unless anybody else has anything.
That's good.
Yeah, random thoughts.
Random thought, man. I seen a video this weekend, or probably 2 days ago, and it was of Kensington and Philadelphia. It's this part. Well, I don't know how you would describe it, but it just showed an addict with a fucking hole in his leg. And mind you, this shit is just out in the open.
Mm-hmm.
And my only thing is, how and why are we letting this shit go down? Especially when you know all these people are fucking sick, and we giving billions to other countries, but this shit is right here and it's not hidden. Like some drug shit is hidden. They got houses for this shit. They got areas for this shit. This shit is on the main strip. This shit is kind of sick and sad to see. And that knowing that the people that actually live there that's not into none of that shit and have to see that shit is fucked up. And knowing that the people that's out there have no help except the fact that some people giving them clean needles. Motherfuckers going out there with, what is it, a gauze? Like handing that shit out to people, giving them like it's a sad situation. I feel like money that this country wastes on other people and not here, when it's a clear situation where that shit could be addressed. And I don't know how much money it would take to fix something like that, but I know it's less than $53 billion fucking dollars.
Yeah.
Shit is fucked up out there, man. Random thought.
Is that thing in Philly where those people they're taking those videos of those people like frozen?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Have you seen that, Dill? I don't know where that is.
Have I seen Kensington?
Is it? Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. My brother got killed in Kensington, so I try not to frequent it too much. So I try to avoid it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I've seen it in person a couple times. It's what you would see in videos.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean
barriers and help people.
The shit's, I mean, it's the first time I went through it, it was like, it's almost
surreal.
It's unreal to see. Because it's not a small area.
Looks like
it's not like one block or not like it's wild, bro. It's something you've never seen before.
I don't get it, but yeah, that's where my head went.
All right.
Want me to go, Jake?
Sure.
I was gonna go with Akon's got surprisingly amount of hits because I was listening to his Drink Champs interview, and it's very good. You should listen to it if you haven't. It's interesting what he's doing in Africa with that city and whatnot. But I saw a really funny tweet because Mitch McConnell had it looks like he had a mini stroke or a mini seizure or whatnot mid-interview today. He just froze completely, and then they had to walk him off his presser. And I saw a funny tweet, and it said, "It's gonna take a literal alien invasion to get old white man to stop leading this country." And I thought that was funny because we're literally letting people lead our country at an age that we wouldn't let them drive a car. So it's just every time I start to think about it, it just makes me kind of upset.
Yeah,
it's crazy old.
Like these motherfuckers. Like, could you imagine Joe Biden or Trump was coaching a basketball or football team right now? We'd be like, yeah, they need to get a younger coach. He's losing the quick adjustments. He's not witty enough to do it now. He's not
can't even ride a bike.
Yeah, it's shit that's it's shit that's way less important that we wouldn't trust somebody to do, but we let them politic.
Yeah.
We let them run our fucking defense. We let them run the country. It's just and I'm not age shaming because that's dope that you're that old, but go on a fucking beach somewhere, dog. Or run an older chapter of this shit, or go do a mentor program. You motherfuckers don't all need to be 77, 78, 82, making decisions for a country whose average fucking death age is 73. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck are we talking about? Like, shit is stupid.
Yeah. Get this man off of a bicycle.
Yeah, I agree, man.
Yeah, riding around on a bicycle, falling over. Put him
Or
on one of those
steps.
child seats in the back.
Yeah, I don't know what I would trust Joe Biden to lead me in everyday life.
I wouldn't trust him to drive me. I wouldn't. If Joe Biden picked me up in an Uber, I'd get the fuck out.
Yeah. This ain't about to go well. This ain't about to go well.
That's that negative stereotype shit I was talking about, dog. Joe Biden got me to where I needed to go in an Uber. He's getting a $40 tip, dog. 100%. Because I'm expecting him to die. Right on the jump.
They might not even take it out of your bank account because he's gone right after. They might let you hold that.
Oh, Jake, you got a random thought?
Yeah. So I got this book in my office. I was just going to read this little excerpt from it. Since the year 2000, General Motors has made more money off of porn than Hustler's Empire. That they spend about $200 million a year on pay-per-view sex films, and Rupert Murdoch, the owner of Fox News, super conservative, right? Just like General Motors, super conservative, is pulling in more porn money through a satellite company than Playboy.
Okay.
AT&T, another conservative company, is the people that actually own all those porn films that you used to be able to like purchase in hotel rooms. So the three like leading earners of porn money since the year 2000, conservative companies. Doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, it makes sense, but it's crazy.
Republicans don't like porn? I didn't know that.
You would think religious reasons.
Yeah.
You can't watch porn, that's a sin?
Oh, that's like the worst thing.
Is it?
Well, number two to
what?
Different sexual orientations.
Oh. So if it's gay porn, you're fucking for sure done.
That is the worst.
Strikeout. Yeah, that's interesting, man. I watched a good show with Russell Crowe about Rupert Murdoch and Fox News a few years ago, and scumbag.
Scumbag.
All right, views from a chair.
All right, man. Until next time.